Okay, so we have, no big deal, joined a band or something. So heads up, one thing, I've been spending an exorbitant amount of time doing audio testing and microphone testing because, long story short, there was a Microsoft update, I think that's ultimately what did this, that over the weekend made it so that my microphone settings were suddenly atrocious, and everything that I said sounded like I was a robot. So 10 plus hours of testing later, I have hopefully gotten to the point where it is a little bit better now. So hopefully we'll find that things are a little bit more acceptable this time around. But thank you in advance for your patience on that front. May not necessarily be perfect at this point in time, but it is certainly, I assure you, exponentially better than it was when the problem first arose. So at the very least, there's that. So without further ado, let's get going here. So, let's take a look at our map and our quests, I think. We had a few things we had in mind here. Of course, there is the Pirates of Novigrad, the main quest in Novigrad, that we have yet to do. I think that is going to be something we do fairly soon. However, we do have at least one or two secondary quests. That being primarily... actually, not secondary quests. Technically, I think it is a Witcher contract. We've been talking about it a bit, but the mysterious tracks, I think we'll be doing that soon. But before we do that, why don't we head up to the northern part of the city that we have theoretically visited ever so briefly, accidentally, going up here. And I think we had a treasure hunt that was somewhere around here. There's also this question mark here. So we might find that there are a few additional things for us to do in this area. It seems like this is probably the area where all the Eternal Fire people are. All the churches and whatnot. And we could perhaps even teleport there, or at least get ourselves a little bit closer that way. Why don't we give that a shot? Where is the location? This is the fast travel location. So, if we say, do this, and beam ourselves up, Scotty, to the bridge, and this time, deliberately go through it, and are we looking at it right now? To the north? Yeah, pretty sure this is it. So yeah, we did go through here once before, by accident, and yeah, we did somewhat recently have a bit of a run-through with some Eternal Fire people. We may or may not be very well thought of in those circles. This is kind of cool, though, having the chance to look out on the water like this and totally obscure this guy's view. But anyways, that's an aside. Mostly curious to see what is actually on the other side of this bridge here. I suppose there's a chance there's other stuff here, but I think for the most part, any loot is probably more or less impossible to take, because I'm pretty sure there are guards just about everywhere, so I know this is here, but at the same time, let's maybe pass for the time being. And then is this locked? Yeah, probably. So, this is, I believe, the end of the bridge, and here are more guards. In case you didn't believe me before, let's just bump into them, make them even more mad at us. I don't know if they can actually really get mad at you if you say just like, don't stop pestering them. Will you hold this against me? There's a Britney Spears quote in there somewhere. Don't make it. I won't if you don't. Anyways, so this is, I believe, the actual northern area here, now that we are across the bridge. Yes. So, I don't necessarily have anything that I'm deliberately targeting here. Kind of just thinking that, much like we've done with other areas of the city, we perhaps just explore, see what we come across. We could, of course, say, put on that treasure hunt, just so that that's quite literally on our radar. And I think it was it this one here? Either this or, no, I think it was this. Should be pretty apparent here. Yeah, right there. That's what I'm thinking of. So, at some point in time, we'll probably make our way in that direction, but I think for the most part, we'll just do our typical go through the area, see what we come across. Like I said, I think we... when we did go up here before, did we make it up to this big section here, and we couldn't make it into one really dramatic building or another, but we can look a little more thoroughly this time around. I suppose also fitting that the church bells are ringing. Yeah, Temple Isle, it says. That is, I suppose, a fitting name, if we know about it thus far. I knew we weren't going to break our ankles. I knew we'd be fine. Okay, that's also locked. There is loot here as well. From a guard standpoint, how does this compare? That is lighting up that door, even though it does say locked. Makes me wonder if maybe one day we'll go in there. Okay, okay. I deliberately pressed on it, but did not confirm the steal. I don't necessarily see the guard, per se. So I'm not sure who that was. Is it you? You're giving us the evil eye. Yeah, I don't know who the actual guard is, but I'll take your word for it, I guess. So we'll keep on going. And, this also, wow, look at this view. I think that probably takes the cake right there.
Don't touch me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say block your view?
Touch me.
Okay, so we can go down this way. Which again, wow, that is... It's a good view. It's a very good view. Oh man, that as well. You can see the bridge. That's impressive. I was going to say that building looks like it's on fire, but then again, that might be the entire point. So yeah, we can go down this way, or we can stay up at that elevated level, and I don't know what the right answer is. Not sure there necessarily is a right answer, but we could perhaps just check this area out a little bit. There is, theoretically at least, more room down there. Okay, that's probably down this staircase, but let's just see what, if anything else, is over here. And we'll throw on our Witcher senses, see what we find, if anything. The answer appears to be just about nothing. And so yeah, I'm expecting for us to run into a lot of Eternal Fire Priests. Lots of people who may not technically be priests, but are also praying in one way, shape, or form. So, was this the way we were thinking of going down, or was it this way? I was kind of thinking that we check this out. Yeah, so this is not quite as built up. It's interesting. It's actually several different levels to this, it seems.
Clumsy, clumsy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're here with the circus, yes?
Sure. Easier to explain. I'm assuming this is safe to take. Yeah. No one getting mad at us. There's something else there? Turn on our Witcher senses ever so briefly, thought I saw something. Maybe not. Okay. So, this door, locked. This cliff. Don't drop down it. Bad idea. This less extreme cliff. Maybe. Now, do we, like, actually try to, say, do this? I feel like this is asking for trouble if we continue to try to be a rock hopper penguin. So, maybe we opt not to go that route and instead take the more conventional way down, which would be like this. There is this dude here who also, perhaps, would be better served to actually walk the path rather than hang off the ledge.
What am I to do now?
I don't know. So there's a boat. Is there much else down here? Not necessarily sure there is.
Give for a small jar of glamour.
But again, you nice. Very nice. Let's check this side. See what we can find over here. Besides just more witch hunters. Still say Temple Isle. That's not really new to us. Okay, we can actually go in this building. That's a bit new. We can steal their plants. Sure. Oh. Hello! Mind if I loot you for a second? Have a nice day, good sir. Smell you later. Except that's locked. Never mind. Hold on, let me take this as well. Okay. Let's never stop there again, please. Thank you. Other doors. Locked.
Oh, I'm so annoyed.
I'm sorry. This would really seem like a place where someone would hide some awesome loot behind a building in an obscure corner. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. One of these days it'll happen. Maybe. Maybe I'll say I told you so. Probably not. That's locked. Anything over here? That looks like something. No, that's just slightly different coloration on that rock formation. That's all. Oh, yeah, maybe don't keep walking in that direction. That's a one-way trip, I'm afraid.
How do you make a living? We've no monsters.
Is it true, though? I don't know about that. Depends how you define the word monster. Okay. So if we head back up here, and... You know, your moonwalk is going places. Hmm?
I've worked up quite the appetite.
Be not afraid, for fear is our greatest foe.
That's deep right there.
Uncertain times are upon us. Only true faith can provide salvation. Let us make offerings to the eternal fire.
This guy's trying to be all inspiring, meanwhile this guy's being a racist.
For only
Okay.
it can save us.
Can we actually go in this building, though? Then again, I think that is kind of a theme of the Church of the Eternal Fire.
I thought things couldn't get any worse.
You know, what with the whole stuff in The Witcher 1, back when that was a thing. We have a bit of a history with the Church of the Eternal Fire, you could say. We go way back. Wow, is that a boat? Way out there on the horizon? I'm curious. Is there actually something over there? There's this island that we might be seeing. I don't know if you can actually go on to this island or if it is, in truth, you reach the end of the world long before then. There's this boat here, but that doesn't look like the same angle that we're looking at.
Medic.
I'm looking pretty much straight ahead. Yeah, that boat would be way out there. I don't know. I think that's maybe just a prop.
I had enough of this job.
Well, I didn't ask you. Okay, another small building. Linen. Sure. Raspberries. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, we run into a lot of these types of bookcases where the stuff lights up. Some of the books, some of the jars and whatnot, but we haven't actually been able to loot them, so that's a little strange. I've seen that a lot. At first I thought maybe it was like we need to stand a specific distance away, but then it seemed like it started happening frequently enough that I think it's just a thing. Okay, so there's clearly tons of loot here. There was a guard there. Which direction is he facing? Kinda not the direction we want him to be facing. Could we say, like...
Eternal glow, guys.
Excuse me? I was gonna say, can we, like, you or get you to talk so that you're facing the other direction? Well, this might be our opportunity. That building might be blocking us. Okay, no one getting mad. Thought I saw red for a second there, except it was actually the bottom of our shirt. Okay, so just pause briefly before confirming the looting. Now, lunar shards is great. I was gonna say, on the end here, theoretically, our angle is a little bit worse, or perhaps at greater risk. That is very much not what I was looking to do. In fact, how do we get down without breaking every bone in our body? I think the answer is this. And that. And yeah. That was fine. Sorta. It's mostly just trying to see if there are any other bags or whatnot that we had not yet looted here, but I think for the most part we are good. Guard will never know. Alright. Alright, that's done. Or blocked. We can't go in there. This does look like a path that we could go down, and we'd probably take some damage if we were to drop down here, there is that outcropping there that goes up a little bit, might break our fall to the point where we take some damage, but not actually take lethal damage. So it's tempting. Let's actually look at our map here and see if this is close to what we're looking for. It kind of is. So, I feel like this is worth giving a shot here. There's a chance we're actually supposed to go this way. Probably not the quote-unquote correct way to do this. But let's give it a shot. Okay. Yeah, look at that. No damage at all. No big deal. Okay. Is there anything? Yeah, like climbing that back up should be no problem. However, dropping down there, that would be bad. That would be very bad. There is absolutely a chest there. You see it, I see it. Those drowners see it. It's there. As for when we actually go over there to try to pick it up, that's maybe a different question. I'm assuming there might be something over there as well. I don't know. It's intriguing. Oh. Oh. So I didn't see that coming. I was kind of thinking this was going to be really straightforward. Yeah, you just find the location and take the loot and walk away. Maybe not, though, if we're going into a cave. Let's drop a quick save. Okay, and let's see what the deal is here, because there are some dead people. There was, of course, a quest level recommended for this quest, and I would suggest that there are, of course, enemies here, but it is a multi-part quest.
An illusion.
I was gonna say, something is up. Here we go. Working this time, fortunately. That is a big circle in which to search for this thing. Yeah, so I would expect some kind of fight here, of course. Do we sense anything? But it might be that... Whoa, what is that? Some kind of golem? I don't know. Hard to tell from here, but that's what it seems like, right? Very big area. Anything else in here? I think it's mostly just this guy. Let's say just like throw on a Quen. Probably not a bad idea. Maybe draw our sword, also not a bad idea. It is golem. It's not going up in what? Wouldn't it normally be red text? So I feel like you might actually... Probably about to be an enemy, though. Now you're an enemy. Okay, in case there's any question. I don't remember what the correct course of action is against said golem. In fact, have we actually defeated a golem yet? Not sure if we have. We've seen some, yes. Oh, they're definitely Elementa, though, right? Gargoyles, Hounds of Wild Hunt. Yeah. I don't think we fought them yet, or at least not successfully fought them yet, because I don't think we're going to see them show up here. So that would be helpful to get that information. I strongly suspect, though, that they are Elementa, and therefore that gives us at least some direction with, say, potions, what we should do there. So let's take a look at what we have. Should have something for this. Necrophage, Insectoid, Elementa. So it's enhanced, plus 25% attack power. Let's give that a shot. I think we'll find that that will make us more effective. And how much damage are we talking? Ooh, it walked straight into that. That was not good. Well, I also had us on E rather than Quen. That's not a good idea. Let's just wait it out for a second here. Get this back on. There we go. Hello, Golem. You perhaps shot about us? Actually, might have. Blocking us, but from the wrong angle, so don't mind if I do. And we did invest a fair bit in some crit damage of various varieties for our previous several levels, really. So I do think that that's going to pay off here, especially when we can make a point of attacking this guy from behind like this and basically get a guaranteed crit. Oh, that... Okay, admittedly, I did not expect you to change direction as much as you did, and also got stuck between you and this water fountain, or whatever it is. Okay, it's regenerating a little bit. It usually shows up. You see actually a green number when that happens. There we go. Yes, added to the bestiary. Golems. So I do think that means that was the first one we've ever successfully taken out. Tombstone. Monster essence. Golem's heart. I assume that we don't have any of those yet for the same reason. So that could in fact be something we need for, I don't know, something for alchemy. Would have to be mindful of, well, there might be multiple things, in which case we'd have to choose what we think is most important. I suspect that there's probably a fair bit of loot in here of some variety as well, above and beyond just what we're looking for. So let's use our Witcher senses. I mean, the puffballs are perhaps most noticeable, but like over here? Oh, wow. In fact, tell you what, I think we're going to find that there are multiple pathways for us to go through. That's what this is starting to look like. And this also looks like the poisonous past. Yeah, just confirming. Just confirming. Okay, so let's blow this down with an Ard. What the heck is that? Okay. Hello? Anybody home? Little piggy? Little piggy? The white wolf is here. Cool. But at the same time, daunting. Huh. There is a chest here. No sign of monsters. I feel like we're seeing the poison clouds on the other side, but the question now is, will we be able to loot this? And yes, we are. I missed what the first thing was because I was so focused on just spamming the button to loot it. So that's something. This might actually take us out and... Looks like this is leading... Well, I was gonna say out of a cave, but there's still the weird, freaky, glowy ceiling lamps, so maybe not. Yeah, let's just keep that on. And also, like, check for people here, because what is the deal? And there's definitely poison stuff still. Poison clouds. That much is clear. We are stepping out of the circle, so in theory that means we would not expect to find the technical thing that we are looking for in here, but there's definitely still something right here. In fact, both this chest and whatever this is, invoice for a golem. Was someone trying to purchase a golem? And it's perhaps the one that we just fought? Let's check that out. Issued by Jehuda Low, purchaser, Erunes var Steingard. Don't recognize either of those names. Goods purchased: Guardian Golem, Clay, Porcelain. Warranty: in the event of damage to the ceramic, please report immediately to the nearest branch of Jehuda Low and Apprentices. There are people who actually just create golems professionally. Is that a well-established trade, or is that something that people have to do on the black market? Because I feel like that's probably something that people are not really supposed to be doing. So we investigate this further. The golem can only be serviced by qualified company personnel. Okay. Huh. It did have the exclamation point, so I was kind of expecting for us to maybe get a new quest for that, but maybe not. Iridium? Sounds good. More silver? Yeah? That's fine by me. Maybe we'll get a little more context if, say, we are to explore other areas. Whoa! Well, that's just a raid. Okay. That's no big deal. I was gonna say, I would be very surprised if there were no enemies in here, right? Excuse me? Not that. Oh, we don't have to say use Yurden. Oh, and technically stepped into poison there. Is that on Quen? I thought I was. Yurden. There we go. Please step in our Yurden. Thank you. Also, oh, come on, dude. Just let us do that. Is it really that difficult? There we go. Eat a little bit of food, because took some damage. But okay. Don't think we have much need to stick around here. As we were saying, technically speaking, the thing that we are officially looking for is not in that area there. We are now back in the circle. No more chests in this side, it does not seem. So let's head back. But as I was saying before, I think we'll find that there are multiple routes for us to go down. As we broke through this door here, this is the main area. And then I doubt that we can find... Wow. So this is basically underneath the entirety of this island. So this is a much bigger area than I was expecting. And that came pretty clear as soon as we broke through one of those walls, but okay, here's another route. No walls to break through, but definitely its own little pathway. Oh, and you can climb up this here. Okay. What are we gonna find? So based on the last route that we went down, the answer was a chest, quest item of some variety, and one not so difficult enemy. This looks different. What is this? Look to the depths to be lifted up. Okay, so the depths sounds like the depths like water. To be lifted up suggests that maybe you need to go down before you... That would be my impression. But this is starting to look like this is going to be a riddle or puzzle of some variety. Let's save again. Because this room, something's up with it. Is there going to be a big enemy? Is there going to be a big riddle? Like I said, loot, research notes, okay. Oh, are we just going to get lots of research notes and use all those to piece together the puzzle? And I meant to use the prompts to read that, but then I got a little distracted. And so it's research notes we're looking for. Okay, it's this. Oh, hold on. It is this. There we go. As per the instructions of our supervisor, Uranus var Steingard, which is the name that we saw previously, or at least I recognized the last name. I think that's the same first name as well. A series of studies on the genotype of the creatures commonly known as drowners. Okay? I was expecting you to say something like, well, say golems, because that was the stuff that you were talking about last time, but drowners, okay. Sadly, administering a poison made of fugu fish induced a coma in all the specimens in the study. After 24 hours, the vital functions of all above mentioned specimens ceased, prohibiting us from continuing with the study. Matteo that name's new. So they were experimenting on drowners because reasons. Okay. This does seem like, I mean, that has the quest indicator as well. So in some ways, and we're not getting any like quest markers saying, oh, quest updated, such and such. So expected us upon picking up the first of those books, like I said, to get something saying, new quest, do this. Know if it's technically still tied to this cat school gear scavenger hunt or not, because it's definitely feeling like that's maybe just a coincidence that the cat school gear is here and that this might also be for something else, because this feels like we are delving into something a lot bigger than just some random Witcher loot that happens to be hidden somewhere. So I feel like, as interested as I am in this, and I am very interested because, like I said, there's clearly a lot to do. I feel like, again, with the rates showing up right when we're leaving every room, would you just, like, show up at the beginning, announce yourself? That would be very much appreciated. None of this, am I here, am I not here stuff. Too many games. You gonna come back? Maybe? Maybe not? Okay. So yeah, what I'm getting at here, nearly, could have hurt a lot. What I'm getting at here is I feel like we are perhaps jumping the gun a lot on something. And so I think it is probably best to recognize that early and cut ourselves off rather than basically shortchange ourselves on an entire quest. Maybe I'm wrong, in which case, okay, we'll come back here on a later occasion and we'll get all this stuff done and we'll say, cool, we had a lot of new stuff to do. Maybe it was, you know, something we could have done earlier, but I think for now, just to play it a little bit safe here, seeing as how we did not get any quest updates when we picked up 2 quest items, that seems to be a pretty big red flag for me that we should perhaps hold off for the time being.